We've got a single car displayed for our Classic Cars website using a static page generated from index.pug. Now we need to improve the coding using the techniques I taught you. You may have done these steps in a different order, or even ended up with a slightly different solution. But as long as you used all the techniques and ended up with the same result in the end, that doesn't matter. The first thing we can do is to get rid of the repeated code for the pagination sections by moving this to an includes file and then including that. Cut out the navbar and its contents and paste it all into pagination.pug in the includes folder. And then include that file minus its extension in index.pug, replacing both occurrences. The indentation of the include line in index.pug sets the indentation for the navbar, so make sure that in pagination.pug the navbar is fully outdented to the left and the rest is indented correctly after that. We can move the footer out to footer.pug in the same way. Save the files and check in the browser, and everything should be unchanged. Now we can think about what is generic code, which would appear on all the pages of the site, and move that out to the template file layout.pug. If you look at it, you should see that everything is generic except the gallery div and its contents, the cars, which would only appear on the index page. Select everything for the moment in index.pug, cut it out, and paste it into layout.pug. In layout.pug, change the path to the includes folder each time it occurs. In index.pug on the first line, extend layout.pug. Extends templates/layout. Save the files, and check in the browser, and nothing should have changed. Now let's use blocks in layout.pug, which we can override in index.pug. Block page title, and indented inside that the H1. Block pagination, and indented inside that the pagination include. Block main, and indented inside that the gallery and its contents. Then block pagination and its contents again. And finally block footer, containing the footer include. Under block main, cut out the gallery div and the car it contains, and put H2 generic content in its place. Save the files and refresh the page in the browser, and the car should have disappeared, replaced by this H2. This is what appears if there's no block in the index file to override it. In index.pug, under the extends line, add block main. And indented inside that, paste in the gallery and car divs that we cut out a moment ago. Save the file, and now the generic H2 should be overridden by the gallery, and the web page should be back to normal. We've overridden generic template content with page-specific content using blocks. Let's take a break there before going on to improve things further using mixins and data.